This is Newcap News with Mike Baden.
Good evening. The Alberta provincial election, there was a fatal collision on the Saddle Lake First Nation last night involving a 5-year-old boy. RCMP responded to a crash where witnesses say the boy crashed into a parked vehicle on a go-kart, driving with other kids when he lost control and crashed into that vehicle. The boy transported to an area hospital where he was pronounced dead at the scene. There is only one day left until voting day, and parties are making the final push to get voters to the polls. But is it working? Elise Cox investigates the recurring problem on voting day.
Voter turnout in Alberta has gradually diminished over the years, with a 60% turnout in 1993 dropping to 40% in the recent 2008 Alberta election. And here in the Lloydminster-Vermilion constituency, party candidates are well aware of the challenge ahead.
They have an important decision to make, and if we can convince them that there is a direct link between what they're doing voting and what happens in the future of the province, I mean, that's going to make sure that we have a good turnout.
We think by developing the Wild Rose Party, by bringing it to life, by creating a new vision for Albertans, we actually are giving a lot of Conservatives an option, a good Conservative party to vote for in this election.
It's so much frustration, they think they can't change it, and I think every person can change it. Even 20-year-olds who think their voice is not heard, or 30-year-olds. They can change the face of Alberta, and hopefully for the better.
And candidates are personally trying to tackle the issue by reaching out to as many people as they can in the final days of the election.
You know, meeting people in the coffee shops and in the bars and in the curling rinks and, you know, in their Ag Society meetings and in their town council meetings. It's been a whirlwind this last 3 months, and you know, and every time the message has been the same: make sure you participate.
Well, we're talking to everyone, and I just talked to a young 18-year-old the other day, which I'm sure I was the first person who ever asked him to vote for him, and he seemed quite excited. So we're talking to everyone, we're asking everyone to vote, and we're hoping that they all will.
And we talked for 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, and as I left, he said, "You got my vote because you've talked to me." Now that's 20 minutes to half an hour to get one person's vote, but I think we have to listen what the concerns are.
And now only time will tell if their efforts worked as voters take to the polls tomorrow. NDP and Liberal candidates were unavailable to comment. Elise Cox, Newcap News.
Dancers of all kinds invaded the border city this weekend as the annual Dancing on the Border Festival took place. Carrie McCullough shows us how many styles of dance and different academies were represented and judged to help broaden their skills and bring together dancing communities.
From Edmonton to Saskatoon, 14 dance academies from across Alberta and Saskatchewan attended the 3-day weekend festival that raises funds for the dance community.
We're an organisation that set up really to fundraise for dancers in our community. We organise an annual summer camp, and we give out scholarships to dancers to come to that summer camp.
Each dance academy will receive a scholarship to give to a dancer of their choice. The festival attracted a huge crowd, and those coming from different cities were impressed.
All of the dance festivals we've been to this year have been very good. It seems to be very well organized here in Lloydminster and running smoothly, and it's very interesting to see how all the different dance clubs across Alberta and Saskatchewan get together and the different techniques that they can all share with each other.
From jazz to ballet to Irish, there were many different styles of dance and many different ages. Dancers worked hard, but having fun was most important.
I think everyone just gets along really good. Yeah. And just have a lot of fun together.
And our choreographers, really.
And our
teachers
awesome,
really nice.
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
And all the dancers, you can see they all seem to be enjoying themselves as well. That's the main thing.
Carrie McCullough, Newcap News.
Like we told you yesterday, today is the big day at the X Grounds as it's the show day for the 4-H clinic. Around 100 members showed up for the showcase, all learning how to judge different types of horse species.
Members and first-year members, we have what we call an introductory class, and it's a class where we actually take the members and teach them how to do their cards, learn about the different species, learn the terminology, and how to fill their cards out and compare things.
Sydney Lake is a senior member of the 4-H club and is hoping that practice makes perfect in her bid to make the provincial judging final later this year.
I think it's just mostly a confidence builder that helps young people like to get involved with agriculture and picking different species, and just it's a learning experience. Every time you come out here, you learn something new, and there's something you can take away in your everyday life, and just life skills also with communicating with one another and decision making and stuff like that.
The provincial judging final will take place in Swift Current later this year. Elise joins us on the desk for our first look at weather. And Elise, yesterday was kind of a sunny day. Today, more windy and cloudy.
Yeah, it didn't start off that way. I mean, we had sunshine around the noon hour, but yeah, unfortunately that cloud cover came in. And we are getting a little bit of cloud cover still right now in Lloydminster. We're sitting at 19 degrees and some lighter winds coming in from the west at 22 kilometers per hour. And if we can get the boards coming up right now, 22 kilometers per hour, and in the Lakeland region, mostly cloudy skies sitting at 19 and mainly sunny in the Battlefords sitting at 20 degrees. I'll have your full forecast and when we'll be seeing that sunshine again coming up later in the cast.
Coming up, an Edmonton firefighter is winning praises after he stepped in to protect people against a house fire. We'll have that story after the break. First look at sports in Emmett. It was a busy week at the Civic Centre, but it all wrapped up yesterday.
Yeah, the biggest senior amateur hockey tournament in Canada was here. The 6 best senior AAA teams in Canada came to Lloydminster this week, vying for the right to hoist the Allen Cup. After a week of unpredictable games, the Rosetown Red Wings and Southeast Prairie Thunder found themselves in the finals. First shift, Red Wings' Jared Jago rips one off the crossbar. A minute later, he tries a wraparound, no luck. The Wings' top player still without a point in the tournament. Same frame, Jago picks the D's pocket, can't solve Jeff Harris. Then he puts it in front, big rebound, but Dean Booker can't get his stick on the puck. Carter Smith blasts one from the point, it can't hit its target. Wings controlling play, but Tim Plett gets the breakaway and buries it 5-hole. The Thunder take the early 1-0 lead on Plett's second goal in as many nights. Third period, tied 1-1. Red Wings turn the puck over. Devin LeBlanc drops the puck for Brad Purdy, who squeezes it through Jeff Harvey. That's all they need for the win. Moses Waldo has more.
Heading into the final, the Southeast Prairie Thunder were a team known for its offensive ability, but heading into the final, it was the defense that really rose to the occasion, shutting down the Red Wings and really tiring them out, and especially in that third period, which resulted in 3 goals and a 4-1 win over the Red Wings.
We were trying to make something happen, and that's the way they play. Like, they just play that solid system, and they just wait for a turnover. And like you say, it happened twice, and they buried it every time. So, full marks to them. They stuck to their guns, and they stayed patient, and it paid off for them.
Well, a lot of guys had to change their games. I mean, we got lots of offensive players on our team, and I think that's what made us so dynamic, is every line could have scored. And some lines took it upon themselves. We're going to play more defense, make sure we keep the puck out of our net, not in their net.
We have so many role guys on our team, and we knew coming into this that we can score goals, and I think the guys that had to did. And, obviously, when you only have to score 2 or 3 goals a game, it makes it pretty easy on the forward. So
credit to them, they kept coming, and they came in waves. And we gave everything we had for 2 periods there and emptied the tanks in the third. I think there's just nothing left. And
only being line mates for a short period of time, Brad Purdy, Andrew Strome, and Devin LeBlanc combined for 20 points in 4 games. Definitely instrumental in helping the Steinbeck team win their first ever Allen Cup. Reporting from the 2012 Allen Cup, I'm Moses Wildu with Newcap Sports.
The Capital District Minor Football Association season continues this week. The Lloydminster Red Dogs headed to Sherwood Park, trying to bounce back from an opening weekend loss. The Red Dogs found success on both sides of the ball this time around, handing the Wolverines a 24-0 loss. Running back Donovan Granum scored 2 touchdowns in the win. The Red Dogs face the South Edmonton Chargers Saturday at 2:30. After a week of the best senior AAA hockey in the country, the Allen Cup has been awarded, the Civic Centre has been all cleaned up, and we've compiled all the best moments from the event in this week's Plays of the Week. That's your look at Newcap Sports. Stay tuned for more news and weather after the break.
But that is all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching.
Good night.
Wardrobe consultations and clothing provided by Cliff Rose for Clothes